48 teams enter. One team leaves with the trophy. Here's how that actually happens, because the format just changed completely. The 2026 World Cup is the biggest one ever held. More teams, more games, more countries hosting at once, and almost nobody has explained how the new structure actually works. 3 minutes, one format, no confusion. Stage 1, the group stage. 48 teams get split into 12 groups of 4. Every team plays the other 3 teams in its group once. 3 games each. In the old format, 2 teams went through. In this format, the top 2 from every group go through automatically. That is 24 teams gone already. But here's the change nobody talks about. The best 8 third-place teams also go through. 12 groups, 12 third-place finishers. 8 of those 12 get a second life. In theory, this rewards teams that played in a brutally hard group. In practice, this means a team can lose 2 out of 3 games and still advance as long as the group above them was chaos. 24 plus 8, that's 32 teams remaining. Stage 2, the round of 32. This is new. This round did not exist in the old 32-team format. It is the buffer that turns 48 teams into the classic knockout size. 32 teams. Single elimination, win or go home, there is no second leg, no aggregate score, 90 minutes, extra time if needed, penalties if it's still level. This is where the tournament stops being a marathon and starts being a knife fight. Here's what makes this round dangerous. A team can top its group, play 3 comfortable games, and walk straight into a round of 32 match against a team that scraped through as a third-place finisher with a negative goal difference. On paper, that looks like an easy game. In theory, the group winner should win comfortably. In practice, the third-place team has nothing to lose and has spent 3 games figuring out exactly how to grind out a result. Upsets happen here more than anywhere else in the tournament. Stage 3, the round of 16, 16 teams left. Same rules. Lose once, you're on a plane home. This is usually where the smaller footballing nations get eliminated, and where the tournament narrows down to teams that were genuinely good, not just teams that got lucky in the group stage. By this point, fatigue starts becoming a factor. Teams have now played 5 games in roughly 2 weeks, across multiple cities, sometimes multiple time zones. The squads with depth start to separate from the squads running on fumes. Stage 4. Quarterfinals, semifinals, final. 8 teams, 4 teams, 2 teams, 1 trophy. Quarterfinals decide who has a real shot. Semifinals decide who plays in the final. The final decides who gets remembered forever and who gets a 4-year wait to try again. Third place playoff still exists. Nobody watches it. Everyone still complains if their team loses it. Here's the part that actually matters for you as a viewer. More teams means more group games that look meaningless on paper but absolutely are not because of the third place lifeline. A 2-0 loss in your final group game might still send you through if results elsewhere go your way. In theory, this makes the group stage fairer for teams that face tough opponents early. In practice, it means the final match day of the group stage is a chaotic scoreboard watching nightmare, with fans doing maths on their phones while the actual match is happening in front of them. You will see it happen. A stadium full of people staring at their phones instead of the pitch, because a goal in a completely different match just changed their team's fate. This is also the tournament with the most host countries ever. Games spread across 3 nations, multiple time zones, and a travel schedule that some players have publicly called brutal. In theory, a bigger World Cup means more countries get to experience it, more fans get to attend in person, and the tournament becomes a genuinely global event instead of one country's show. In practice, some teams will play a knockout match after a longer flight than their opponent, and that flight could be the difference between a quarterfinal and an early flight home. Bigger does not automatically mean better. It just means more of everything. More games, more drama, and more ways for the format itself to decide who goes home. So here's the 1-sentence version. 48 teams, 12 groups, top 2 plus best 8 thirds go through, then it's straight knockout until one team is left standing. That's the format. That's the whole thing. We've already covered the rule everyone argues about most. If you still don't fully trust your offside calls during this tournament, that video is exactly where to start. The game has not changed. The format has. You're welcome.